Willow removal can seem like an overwhelming task, but with the right technique, your efforts can restore a riverbank back to native vegetation. The trunk size, height, and the density of the willows, as well as their form, will determine how to proceed with control. Seedlings, rooted fragments, and stems can be hand-pulled. Make sure you carefully remove any rocks or debris around the stem and gently pull and dig with a trowel until the whole root can be removed. If there are numerous stems, and they are under 2 metres tall, you can spray with glyphosate bioactive, which is safe to use near rivers. This can be done anytime there are leaves present. In some situations, stems that have washed down the river will have taken root. It is possible to just lift them out of the river in these instances. Small to medium-sized stems, cut using secateurs or a folding bush saw and paste with a dabber bottle filled with neat glyphosate. If the stems are prolific and under 2 metres tall, it is possible to apply foliar spray with a knapsack using glyphosate bioactive. You can do this anytime there are leaves present. Stems over 200mm can be cut with a small-sized chainsaw. We use a 16-inch bar. Medium-sized stems can also be drilled or frilled and filled. This involves drilling holes or chopping into the tree stem with a hatchet and then filling the hole or cut with herbicide. Large stems, over 200mm. If the tree is large and it can be left to die standing, i.e. it won't cause damage to any infrastructure if it fell, such as a bridge, you can use the drill, frill and fill technique. If the infestation is substantial, you will need mechanical support. Cut and paste using a chainsaw feller, an excavator or a team to clear up manually if there is no access for heavy machinery. Check council permit requirements and use professional operators with willow control experience. Fallen willows on riverbanks and in-stream willows. In flood events, willows can be displaced by the force of the water, leaving them deposited on the riverbank or in-stream. If the trunks are large, removal can be problematic as often the main trunk will be on its side and the plant then throws up multiple vertical shoots. Also, the other end of the upturned willow can take root in the river. If the willow is accessible, you can cut the trunk closest to the root and paint both sides with herbicide, then do the same with the other end. In this case, the middle section will die without root attachment. If willows are in deep water, the only way to remove them is with machinery. Cut stumps which have resprouted can be sprayed with glyphosate bioactive if they are abundant and under 2 metres tall, or you can cut and paste the individual shoots, which although time consuming, is very effective. Waste removal. Willow control can create large volumes of waste that must be managed properly if you are to ensure the success of your control efforts. If branches are left on the riverbank, they will simply resprout, or during a flood, they will move downstream and resprout somewhere else. It is important to remove even twigs and fragments after undertaking control, as these can resprout if left on the ground near the water. After control works, sites should be raked to gather all remaining fragments. All waste material should be removed and burned off the riverbank or mulched if you have access to a machine. Follow-up and maintenance. Yearly follow-up is vital to control any resprouting from previous work or to check for twigs and fragments that may have taken root from upstream. Revegetating with deep-rooted native vegetation will help stabilise the riverbank and provide more resilience to your river system. Please see our related video on revegetation after a flood.